Okay, now it's a middle thing. Now it's a middle thing.
Treating this guy. It's the way you talk to him. It's the way you cuss him. It's the way you yell at him.
Why did you invite me if you hate me?
No one hated you until you started acting psychotic, Rayne. It's becoming more and more obvious that this lady has some serious mental health issues. She really thinks that everyone always hates her, that everyone, including Chidi, is somehow out to get her.
But I'm used to the pain, so I won't hurt for long. But I'm tired of going through the same thing with people. I'm just sick of people.
Maybe, just maybe, it's time to reassess your own actions, Rayne. But before we get to that, let's rewind to the start. So we left the pair as Rayne was losing her shit after Chidi told her he wasn't going to be moving out of his home to stay with her in a hotel. But when we join her in this episode, her insanity is about to reach whole new levels. You see, Rayne has begun packing her bags, and she gives Chidi one last chance to come with her. But poor Chidi tries to stall her. I need time to think. I need time to make arrangements, he says.
The clothes and even the money for the hotel.
You act like you have a whole wardrobe. You got like three pairs of panties, 2 pairs of socks, and a couple t-shirts. Like, what do you want?
Granted, things are very different in Rayne's world, but men don't usually wear panties. But I digress. Back to the point. I am in no way, absolutely no way, on Rayne's side. But, truth be told, Chidi's excuse was a feeble one. Not for the first time, he's scared to just say the truth, to just tell her he doesn't want to go to the hotel with her. So why is he so fearful of Rayne?
And I don't want to argue with her again about my faith. Unfortunately, she's the type that doesn't hear people out.
Rayne's the kind of lady that has her own opinions and they're the only ones that can ever be right. Chidi's thoughts, his beliefs, are inferior to her. They're beneath her. They're backwards somehow. And right now, her belief, what she wants desperately for Chidi to somehow realise, is that his sister is an evil woman. The woman that looks after him, lives with him, cares for him, is Rayne's arch enemy, public enemy number 1. And she goes as far as to issue Chidi with an ultimatum. Pick a side, she says. It's me or Victoria.
Do you really want to lose me forever?
Lose you?
Yep, forever. By playing these little games, Chidi, I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man that can make his own decisions and move on.
Rayne believes that Victoria is too involved in their relationship. Your sister has you under her thumb, she says. Now, of course, Chidi disputes this, right? He tries to be rational. He asks Rayne, how is you moving out gonna possibly help our relationship? To which her response is her living with Victoria isn't helping their relationship either. But the real question here is why on earth is Rayne so adamant about moving out? What is it exactly that she hates so much about Chidi's family?
I feel like an intruder. 1, an intruder in your pants, and 2, an intruder in the house. Okay?
An intruder in your pants? Rayne, come on. She's really having a tough time getting over his celibacy thing, isn't she? She came to Nigeria wanting, expecting to get laid, and the fact that he isn't giving it to her has really triggered her. Now, as for the second part of her statement, the whole intruder in your house argument, sorry, but it's just not true. Chidi's family have gone out of their way to try and make her feel comfortable. Like, from giving up their bedroom to cooking for her, cleaning up after her, like, what the f*** is this woman's problem?
We can't even be in the same room, okay?
Wait.
Make sure sister won't go over there and check on me either.
But my sister has not been intruding in our affairs.
You enjoy the fact that she's checking on you and making
She's
sure
my sister.
There's so much to unpack. There's so much wrong with the way that Rayne thinks. Look, Victoria loves Chidi, really loves Chidi, unlike Rayne. She's his carer. Of course she habitually checks in on him to make sure he's okay. Why is that such a big deal to her? Rayne doesn't seem to know the difference between caring and controlling. They're not the same thing. From what we've seen, Victoria has always been respectful towards Rayne. So again, what the f*** is Renee's problem?
She's an intruder, okay? Play with yourself. I don't know why Chidi can't see the truth about his sister. She's controlling Chidi. That's why she's always checking on him.
If anyone's an intruder here, Rayne, it's you. You're the one in Victoria's house, in her country with her brother, and yet you've got the cheek to call her an intruder because she checks in on her brother. Give it a rest. What's she talking about? This woman needs therapy. Look, Chidi has always been passive whenever Renee's temper has flared up. Perhaps that's one of the reasons she likes him, because he's one of the few people in this world that could ever put up with her. But enough is enough. Chidi isn't prepared to take these insults against Victoria any longer. In fact, he reminds Rayne that she's the one that's had the problem with Victoria before they even met.
I've talked to his sister a little bit here and there, but ever since I was young, I've always had this feeling about some sort of drama or something in the future with the man's sister.
You already told me that you can't cope
There's
with
a reason. There's a reason for that. Because look what
Someone
happened.
you've not known for
There's
the first time.
There's
all
a
the way from
reason.
the US, you told me that you can't cope with her.
I
And it's
can't
not as
cope
if
with
you-
sisters.
This stupid sister thing has become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Rayne thinks that she and Victoria have fallen out because it was predestined. It was always gonna happen. It was somehow written in the stars and she saw it in a clairvoyant dream.
Let that chicken live.
But it's so sad, so tragic that she doesn't realise this is all entirely a problem of her own doing. She's the one that's choosing to act this way. She's the one that's choosing to fall out with Victoria over nothing. I mean, this is nothing to do with Victoria and everything to do with Rayne and her insanity. And boy is she insane. And rude. Very f***ing rude.
That you can't cope with sisters.
Shut up, Chidi.
Oh gosh. I am deeply horrified by the way Rayne is acting towards me. I and my family have done nothing to her.
Now, unbeknown to Rayne, Victoria's husband has quietly entered the room. He's heard everything that she's just said, and he doesn't look too pleased.
That you can't cope with sisters.
Shut up, Chidi.
But at the same time, he also hasn't lost his temper. He's still being very diplomatic, very nice, considering. And all that does is amplify just how crazy Rayne is. She really is f***ing insane. She turns to Victoria's husband and she tries to play the role of victim. She tries to appeal to him.
Did you not just see how he yelled at me? I'm done with him. Okay, when he said he would stick up for me, like I said, even if it's family, you need to tell them when they're wrong.
We were all watching, Rayne, and the only person yelling was you. There's something about the way that Rayne wags her finger that really rubs me the wrong way. It comes across as so aggressive, and for what? What exactly have these two done to her that deserves this kind of treatment? If Victoria had any patience left for Rayne, well, it's now officially run out.
What was wrong?
Okay, now it's a middle thing. Now it's a middle thing.
Treating this guy. It's the way you talk to him. It's the way you cuss him. It's the way you yell at him.
Why did you invite me if you hate me?
Yes, Victoria, yes. Nothing but the truth. But of course, it's going way over Renee's head. She can't hear what's being said to her, and instead, Rayne chooses to focus on how apparently everyone hates her. Just look at her face. She's so full of unnecessary rage. She's so furious. Honestly, there's something wrong with this woman. Very wrong.
Of course you know.
I don't like you because you do this and that. Okay, I'm done.
I'm certain she hasn't said this.
For you to say this, that means you're delusional.
If I were highly religious like Chidi and his family are, I'd look at Rayne and think the woman is possessed. Again, what the f*** is wrong with her? Who talks like that? She's verbalizing her own insecurities and then putting it into Victoria's mouth. And then believing that it's the truth. It's insane. It's messed up. It's delusional.
That's what doing now.
If you can see that whoa.
It's fine.
Calm down.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Calm down.
Calm down, girl.
Calm down, girl. She went there, girl. It's so typical of Rayne. She talks down to everyone. You're the girl, you're the little one, and I'm the woman, is the inference there. It's so telling of her mindset. Now, with all of this craziness that's happening between his sister and his soulmate, where exactly is Chidi? Why isn't he speaking up? Why isn't he defending his sister? Is he really going to allow Rayne, of all people, to come into his home and speak to his family like that? Honestly, it's quite sad, but it's also quite symbolic of his relationship. He's in way over his head, especially when Rayne snowballs deep into the land of crazy.
She says abstract things I can't really understand.
When Earth first started, and roll your eyes. Good. Like I said, when Earth first started, it wasn't a program. Welcome to your program, okay?
Sorry? What? What does that mean, Rayne? What the fuck are you talking about? When Earth first started, it wasn't a program. Please, someone, if anyone understands what that means, let me know, because I haven't got a clue. And neither does Chidi or his family. Chidi, as he told us in the last episode, really doesn't like loud noises, shouting, and all of this is just making him feel very disoriented. You've got Rayne acting mental, you've got Victoria shouting, you've got the baby crying. It's very dramatic. And it's all of a sudden it's left Chidi confused about what's going on. Is this actually real? Is she actually leaving? What's going on?
Have a happy life, enjoy your family.
Is this real, babe?
I know, it sucks, huh?
Is this real?
I want to move on with my life.
And with that, Rayne tells Chidi that he will never see her again. She takes her bags and goes. And honestly, good riddance to her. But for some unfathomable reason, Chidi is heartbroken. He was or is so in love with her that even after this manic episode, the thought that he's lost Rayne forevermore has left him inconsolable. It's left him desolate.
I love her so much, and it pains me anytime I see her behave and react in such way. In fact, I don't want to talk about it.
Chidi's brother-in-law is like, damn, dude, your girl is crazy. We should probably talk about this. But he doesn't push the issue. He leaves Chidi to figure out his own thoughts. And thankfully, Chidi is able to look at everything that's just happened quite objectively. He's not letting his emotions cloud the seriousness of what's just happened.
It's absurd to me. We are not yet married and you are giving me the choice between you and my family. Why can't you build the bridge? Why can't we live together as one?
If Rayne really loved you, Chidi, she wouldn't be making you choose between her and your sister just days after meeting. Rayne screams and stomps about how controlling Victoria supposedly is, when in fact she should really be holding a mirror to herself. It's her who wants to control Chidi. It's her who wants him to herself, who wants him to think exactly how she dictates. But unfortunately, Rayne doesn't recognise this in herself.
But I'm used to the pain, so I won't hurt for long. But I'm tired of going through this same thing with people. I'm just sick of people.
If this keeps happening to you, Rayne, perhaps it's time to look at what the common denominator is. It's you. Rayne is the problem. She is the narcissist. She's the one that thinks she's superior. She thinks she's always right. She thinks she loves harder. She cares more. And that somehow the world is out to get her. All that to say, she is her own worst enemy.